Alright, so I am back with another stream on F1 2020, doing the Williams career mode for round 14 around USA. As you can see, we still have the worst car on the grid. For a moment, we briefly had the third worst car, but because our major weight redistribution upgrade failed, we have slipped back to having the worst car. On the bright side, the gap between us and the top team, being Mercedes, has closed up significantly over the course of the season. And if these upgrades come in time for Mexico, we should potentially even be the fourth slowest team, jumping McLaren, as they have failed to do any development for the past 3 races. So I think USA is going to be a tricky one. It's a strong track for the AI, and it's strict corner cutting, which makes it harder for the player, of course. But I'll try and do my best and wait and see what the practice programs hold. I'm going to change my engine components back to those that are slightly more worn, so that I can save these for the last 2 races of the season, or last 3, as I'll be putting these back in after practice. I think the only thing that's going to stay in the car is the control electronics, because it seems as if that part wears out very quickly. I would have had a 6th component for the control electronics, but the thing is, I think I swapped it in FP3 and it wouldn't let me do it ahead of the race. Excuse me. So yeah, it would have been nice to have an extra one so I can manage the wear across more components, but I think it'll be alright. And if I have a poor qualifying run here, then I'll just take the grid penalty and go from there, because the alternate strategy around here is pretty strong. See, I'm just gonna try and bang out these practice programs as quickly as possible. Try not to get any programs ruined by exceeding track limits or corner cutting. And yeah. Now, there is a test I might do where I compare my... This is the setup? Oh, okay. Wait, hold up. Yeah, that's apparently my USA setup. Thought it was 310, but it's not. But yeah, I might do a comparison between my USA setup and my low drag USA setup, and see what the tire wear is like between those two, because I don't think qualifying will be very good for us. Now, this is my first lap of the day, so my pedals aren't fully calibrated, so don't expect my driving to be at 100% just yet. This car is really hard to drive at the moment. I don't know if it's because I drove the multiplayer cars after I did the race at Japan or what. but it's kind of a handful right now. Again. Good thing the game's not smart enough to realize I did that. I might need more front wing. Actually, I don't know. I'm really struggling right now. Okay, let's try not to go deep again. That might just be it. How many did I get? Oh, okay, I got it. But yeah, the balance is, I don't know, it's lacking everywhere. Thing is, I don't know how to fix it without compromising my straight line speed. You know what, maybe I'll try this with the camber and see how that works. But yeah, I suspect tire wear is going to be high as well. This is probably the worst the balance in the car has been probably since China. Wait, did I race at China? I think I did. I can't remember. I mean, this corner's barely flat. On low fuel. have to use ERS. Alright. I don't know how I got the car. Oh yeah, never mind. Forgot I changed the rear camber. What the? Would not be surprised if McLaren catches me. Come on, overtake me. Don't spin on me. Okay. Balance doesn't seem as bad on the mediums, which I was expecting, of course, because there's more grip, but it's still far from ideal. Then again, I've never really found a car balance around USA that I was 100% comfortable with, unlike at Russia. I was pretty comfortable with the balance at Japan. It's just not so great in the chicane. Oh my, that was close. It's very understeery, and in some places it's I don't know, man. I'm gonna try running 310, but I don't think it'll help. I'm gonna do race strategy before I do quality pace, because I just want to try and get more comfortable with the car. Wow, I missed the apex by a mile. I'm still missing the apex because the front end just washes away. Like here. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna do one more. I think I'm starting to get used to the balance. If I think this time, I'll do the fifth lap. Yeah, this time. I want to take a look at that wear and pace. The wear isn't as bad as I was expecting it to be, but as you can see, the consistency is absolutely nowhere. Yo, shut up. One percent already. Wow. Pace is not there. Oh my goodness.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three, who are Leclerc, Thomas, and Valtteri Bottas. What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
This is going to be the worst race of the season. It's just, the car just isn't working, or doing what I need it to do.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. Interesting result today. Would you say that you're happy with your performance?
I'm going to be honest.
You left some body work out there on the track. Were you struggling for grip?
I'm going to be honest. I mean, it's the end of the season anyways, so I don't really care. And the fact that I'm still, what, 4th in the standings is in the worst car on the grid, or what's been the worst car on the grid for all but one race, should say everything that needs to be said. I think I've only been out qualified by my teammate twice. I don't even remember. I think one was Bahrain, and the other I think was only Bahrain and Belgium. But I scored points in those and he didn't. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. So points, no points, points, no points, 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 no points, 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 no points. This is going to be no points, there's no question about it. Mexico might be different. Brazil, I have no idea. Simulates. I still gained a claim, so that negative acclaim thing doesn't matter in the end. As long as I'm making net gains, I do not care. Now, qualifying, I'm obviously going to be last in the grid. Question is, actually, no, I don't even think points is possible. Even on the alternate strategy, even if I get lucky with the safety car perfectly timed in my pit window, points is not going to be possible. Just got to be realistic. Maybe, never mind, it wouldn't even come in time. What are the facilities? Won't let me see that from this. Anyways, after qualifying, I'll change the engine components and let the suffering commence. What's today? Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. 4 days. And after this, 2 more races of driving a terrible car, and then never again. I don't think I'll ever drive a car in a career mode that's this bad. Because even with all the upgrades, the car is inherently a bad car. The way it handles is inherently poor, or it inherently handles poorly. There's only been a few occasions where the balance has been okay, and it's only been like that over 1 lap. Over the course of a stint, it's been pretty poor, pretty terrible. Anyways, I'll do this and see just how far off the pace I really am. 14. It's better than what was predicted.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Hamilton, Bottas, and Carlos Sainz. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
What the hell is this qualifying? Also, Valtteri's going to win the championship. This race. All he needs to do is finish ahead of Lewis and it's GG. Cause, yeah. But what the actual... What happened in this quali session? Also, out-qualified my teammate once again. Yeah, that was the maximum. But the perfect lap I might have been 12th. But I don't really care. Jeez, what's up with Giovinazzi? Half a second off his teammate.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. What was the secret of your qualifying pace?
Oh, should have changed the engine components. I mean, the team aren't really helping me much.
Changes for next season have been announced. How is your team going to cope with the transition? Appreciate your time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be stuck with the engine components I have on then, because I don't think it'll be worth giving up 6 places to have fresher components for the last 2 races. So I'll wait and see if I have a bad performance in qualifying the next 2 races, and then go from there. But yeah, had I known that the pace would have been like this, then I would have put in the fresher components again. But then again, maybe this is probably the right thing to do, as those fresher components can be saved for the last 2 races and do just fine. Won't have to worry about the wear on anything besides the control electronics. Yeah, it should be fine. So it's going to be completely dry for the race. I think these are coming in time for Brazil. Well, have fuel efficiency and tire wear for Mexico, and rate redistribution for Brazil. But yeah, let me take a look. Yeah, this engine is worn. I'm going to be down on power. And I can't change it, otherwise I might as well start at the back of the grid. Also, if you're wondering why I'm just pumping these videos out, it's because the weather has been pretty terrible. It's been chucking it down outside. There's not much to do outside. Was planning on going karting this week.
Welcome once again then to the United States Grand Prix here in the magnificent city of Austin. It was here in 2018 that Kimi Raikkonen delighted the world by winning for the first time in 114 races. There's always a record to be broken, so what I wonder is in store for us today. We have 10 turns to the left and 10 to the right here at the fantastic Circuit of the Americas. Overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and 12 at this anti-clockwise 3.6 mile track. And we should see average lap speeds of around 126 miles per hour. Now, Anthony Davidson, I wonder, might we be in for some early pit stops today from the midfield teams? Or trying to put some pressure on or disrupting things for the leaders up front?
If you're in the middle of the pack, you know, you got your own race to run. I don't think they're going to be thinking about causing trouble up front. However, closer to the head of the pack, don't be surprised to see some split strategies. If you're running second and third, for example, bringing one car in for an undercut while leaving the other one out there longer can put a lot of pressure on the leader and maybe force them into an error.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Sainz, Perez, Daniel Ricciardo, and Verstappen, Stroll, Leclerc, Norris, and Pierre Gasly, Kvyat, Vettel, Thomas, and Magnussen, Grosjean, Raikkonen, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Alexander Albon. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Ocon and George Russell ends our grid lineup. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks.
But yeah, like I was saying, I was planning on going karting this week, but they have an outdoor and indoor, but I prefer to do the outdoor track because it's longer. But yeah, when it's wet, they obviously don't let you do it. Even though I would definitely like to try karting in the wet, that would be a really cool experience. Excuse me, but yeah, I'm doing medium soft for the race. Gonna try and finesse some guys off the start. Do I start inside or outside? Okay, outside is gonna be an issue. Because I'll have to switch to the inside to make up positions on the AI, because they always tend to bunch up there, but I think I'll be okay. Also, Seb starts right in front of me, and I need to make sure I beat him so I can win the rivalry. That and finishing ahead of him in the standings are my main priorities, as I think 5th in the constructors might be a lost cause at this point. Just don't have the performance needed to maintain that position in the final 3 rounds. I'm restarting. I'm not going to start the race with the link. I'm not even going to bother. Not going to get frustrated or anything. I'm just going to restart. Ow. Whoa, ghastly. I can't understand why the front end doesn't bite there. The front end is just super lazy. Like that. Yo. What the? Front end just washes out on me. What the f- What are they doing? This is quickly becoming a through-class race. There's the Mercedes out front, the pack stuck behind the Racing Point, and then me and everyone else. A 10-car train. I'm pushing the wrong buttons and everything. What the fuck, man? This car is so shit. How is that a... I'm done. I would have gotten undercut anyways.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. More points for Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Sebastian Vettel would definitely be my first choice. He showed up a lot of the drivers out on the track today and didn't show any signs of slowing down.
The Constructors' Championship may be a foregone conclusion at the moment, but...
I don't understand, man. Why is this car so bad? Like, I have never spun on that curb. On any game. And the chassis upgrade didn't even get applied. It's a joke, man. If I could, I'd break my contract right now and move to a different team. I'm not gonna have any upgrades for the rest of the...
I know
Hold up.
we were expecting some new developments.
Yo, just shut up.
But some of them have failed the quality control. Make sure you indicate.
I don't want to hear your voice, man. Like, you can't even apply something as simple as a tire wear upgrade. This car's so bad that it can't even go over a tiny curve without spinning. Alright, I'm done. Yep. I don't know if I'll finish the season because this car is just honestly it's terrible in every single way. I genuinely don't understand. Like, every time I've scored points, it's because of dumb luck. Like at Spain, it's because of safety car. At France, it was because of a safety car. At Austria, I don't even remember what happened at Austria. Britain, there was absolutely no pace. Hungary was on merit. Spa was because of a safety car. Monza could have won that, but my engineer told me to pit for softs when the tires would never be up to temperature. So it was slower, not only to pit, but to drive on the softs compared to the inters. Singapore was on merit, and I helped my teammate out there. Russia was on merit. Japan was retarded because a Ferrari swung across the track and gave everybody penalties. And USA, well, I was never going to score points, so I don't really care.